So, are you the skinny guy? The guy who everyone calls skinny, whether it's school, work, or even your family? That was my worst insecurity when I was growing up, all throughout high school. But now that I've actually gone to a level of a physique that I'm proud of, that I love taking my shirt off because I look good, I've gained newfound respect for myself and confidence, and other people have shown the same for me. And in the process, I've actually made more friends. And I've been in more social experiences that are favorable with men and women. And I think it's all because I've developed into the man that is strong in the gym. And that's something extremely important, even if you are skinny right now. Before, I was a loser. I wasn't talking to anyone. Now, I'm making more friends than ever. So watch this, because this is going through everything that I did over a 3-year period of inconsistently lifting. Meaning if you watch this whole video with your full attention, you take notes and write down actionable steps, you will figure out how to get to a much more desirable physique, meaning that people will stop seeing you as some loser, and instead you can actually start gaining some friends and some confidence. Because I know what you're saying right now. You think it's just genetics. And frankly, it's not. And on top of that, you're scared of going into the gym. You think people are going to judge you. But in fact, that's not the case. That's never been the case, ever. In the hundreds or thousands of workouts that I've done, that has never happened. So I'm going to crush all those limiting beliefs, and you're going to know how to actually turn your life around after watching this. I can recall countless times being called out for being skinny. Always told to eat more, always wearing a huge hoodie in the summer with big-ass sweatpants. And whenever people would call me out on it, I'd always get defensive. No, I'm not hot right now. No, are you guys hot? I'm feeling fine. I just came back from a vacation. I'm feeling fine. And it was all because of my insecurity. And the worst part, I was always told that I'd fill out. How many people have told you that you will fill out? I was never told that change was possible. I was never told that I could get bigger. I was just told that life happens. It moves on. You keep going, stuff randomly happens. It's out of your control. And that's the case with some things, but you got to understand that where you are right now, it can be changed. It can be changed starting today. Next week, you can be heavier than you are today. And I'm telling you, you might not believe it because you've never seen a proof of concept, but it is possible. No, it doesn't take all these extra things like counting your calories and this and that. It's pretty simple. There's so many contingencies with bulking, chances are you don't even know what most of it means. Heck, when I started out, I didn't even understand the concept of bulking. I remember going on a subreddit, I forgot which one it was, and asking people, how do you gain weight? And I worded it in a way that it made me seem like I was anorexic or something, and people recommended me to go to my doctor or go get some boost shakes, like some nutritional diabetes, whatever the hell shakes. And it's because I wanted to change, but I was so scared of telling my parents that it was straight insecurity. And because I was so delusional and I didn't know actually how to word it, of how you get bigger, I didn't know what bulking was. I took these guys' advice. I bought those boost shakes and I just drank them as if I was replacing a meal, when in reality that was probably providing me with less calories, meaning I lost more weight. And on top of that, I'd hide them under my bed thinking that, like, I can't have anyone know I'm trying to bulk up. And on top of that, I was also running. I thought that running would have built muscle throughout my whole body. That's not how that works at all. I was burning more than I was losing, yet I was in the most desperate time of my life. And then finally, after some research, I figured out what I actually needed to do. I needed to go into the gym. It was done with all of this coping of doing push-ups in my bedroom. I needed to go to the gym. And I finally did it. After weeks of watching motivational YouTube videos on trying to convince me to get into the gym, I finally did it. And it was terrifying. I remember being super terrified of going into the gym for the first time. I thought that once you go in, you'd be like harassed and like beaten up essentially because you're some weak, skinny kid in the gym. When in reality, no one cares. No one in my life, out of the hundreds of workouts that I've done, has ever picked on me for being skinny in the gym, and especially not now. And so then once I got into the gym, I started structuring my whole day around bulking. This was still in about grade 12. I knew about calories in, calories out in MyFitnessPal. And so what I'd do is I would have a huge breakfast, make sure to track everything, and it felt like a part-time job. Trying to track all of my calories, it was so time-consuming and draining that I eventually just lost it. I lost consistency. And it was only until now that I figured out the best way to actually bulk up. Now, I'm not counting my calories. I haven't done in so long, and I'm the best I've ever looked. And how do you think that is? Well, I'll get into that more in detail. But first of all, if you've made it this far in the video and you don't know who I am, my name's Ali, and I've got an SMMA entrepreneurship YouTube channel. I don't usually make videos like this, but I think having a good physique is extremely important in succeeding in entrepreneurship. Because once you start building on your physique, you understand things like the compounding effect and the fact that discipline is important and all these factors that tie into entrepreneurship. And if you're watching this and you're young and you're skinny, just know that there's definitely a way to get a nice physique. And I want you to be happy that you're starting this journey because you've got so long to go. And it's amazing. I'm telling you, for being 3 years inconsistently in this, it's the greatest decision I've ever made in my life. So click that subscribe button right now. And if you like this video, chances are you'll like my other ones because I talk about similar topics, just improving your life, being better in business, and enjoying life really, and doing it your way, not having someone else tell you exactly what you need to do, but understanding a goal, understanding that someone is there above you, that you need to listen to them, but at the same time, you've got your own aspirations and your own business that you want to pursue or your own skill sets you want to pursue. So these are the exact strategies I would use if I were to restart bulking. You need to understand it's a race. It's a marathon. So play the long game. Don't think about having to do everything at once. Think about how can you, every single day, contribute to your bulking journey. Meaning, maybe every single day you don't hit the calorie targets, but every single day you make that effort. Every single day you have that high calorie meal that you aim to do. And don't get trapped in learning everything and never taking action. There's so many videos out there and so many specifics, and truth is, that's just because people need to make content. Bulking is as simple as going to the gym, doing basic exercises, and then being on a calorie surplus. With some protein, you'll build muscle. You don't need all these retarded things that TikTok's trying to tell you. You don't need all these fancy workouts or this Smith machine and this and that. Don't overcomplicate it. And don't count calories. This might sound insane, but when you're starting out, and even now, counting calories feels like a part-time job. I mean, even when you go out to eat, you're not going to know how many calories is in that. When you go to your friend's house and have their food, or when you have leftovers, you're not going to know how many calories are in that. And truth be told, the biggest amount of progress that I have made is in the last few months when I stopped counting calories. And instead, I gained a rough understanding of what meals are high calories, and then not even thinking about it in a numbers sense, I could just know if I've ate enough today. For example, today I've had a bagel, I've had some pasta, and meatballs and red sauce, and like some ice cream thing. I know that if I've got to hit over 3,000 calories, I'll probably need a protein shake and a bowl of pesto pasta. That should put me at about just over 3,000 in total. Some good meals I recommend: 200 grams of pasta, 75 grams of pesto. You can use gainer shakes, which you can find at supplement stores. However, they're pretty expensive and they also make you feel like shit, so I wouldn't fully recommend that. Eat chicken thighs and rice. Eat steak. You don't even need vegetables, dude. For breakfast, you can have bacon, toasted jam, and 4 to 6 eggs. Steak, nuts, milk, yogurt, and fruit. That's a great meal. Tons of these foods you can combine, but everything that I listed, you can intermingle and just understand. Now for working out, don't do any of that retarded shit you see on TikTok, where they got the cable machine and they're doing this, then they're going over, then they're doing all this crazy shit. Stick to the basics. Bench press, tricep extensions, overhead press, pull-ups, bicep curls, and squat. Pull-ups are pretty hard, but if you use a resistance band, or you use one of those machines that you can put the weight on and then it's like assisted pull-up. You can start your way with that and slowly ease your way into pull-ups. Don't do them all at once. Rotate them through. You don't need to write down your splits in autistic detail. If someone asked me what my splits were, I'd have no fucking idea how to respond to that question. Just don't do exercises back to back and space them out. That's 3 workouts a week. You can do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever you please. There are more effective workout programs out there, but the reason for this is that this is an easy one to follow. This is so simple, you don't even count your calories. And I guarantee that you will get results. So now you got to take action. Download MyFitnessPal. I know this goes against what I said, but download MyFitnessPal, and for the first week, figure out what does have high calories. Calculate some foods, look some things up. You got smoothies, you got rice and meat, you got steak with yogurt, fruit, nuts, milk, you got pasta and pesto sauce or meatballs with pasta and red sauce. Just count them for the first week. You'll get an understanding and you'll know this meal has 1,500 calories, this has 1,000, this has whatever. And chances are you'll probably want to hit at least 3,000 calories. However, find a MyFitnessPal tutorial and figure out your weight needed to gain. And from there, create a 3-day-a-week workout program that's just simple. As I said, those exercises start with bench and tricep extensions with overhead press. Then day 2, do pull-ups and bicep curls. Then day 3, do squat. Super simple, do 4 sets of each for about 12 reps. And I guarantee you will gain muscle. You just need to understand the long game mentality of this. Because you don't want to quit. I've quit so many times and I've been so inconsistent. And the reason why I'm now able to stay consistent is because I'm not counting my calories, I'm not worrying about supplements, and we're not doing all these retarded exercises. Maybe I don't have a 10 out of 10 physique, but I feel great and I've never looked better. So why would I do anything else that isn't working for me?